Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Terrell. Don't be out. Good evening, Bobby. How you doing? How was your day today, Bobby? Good? Oh, hell no. Your grandson is here, so you missed church. It keeps me nice for a week. So I've been a little crabby. That's the life of having grandchildren, right? It's like when you become a grandmother sometimes or a grandparent, you already taken care of all your kids and dealt with them. Now you got more kids to deal with. That's what happened with my mom. My mom was like, I already raised 4 kids. Now I gotta raise 6 grandchildren. And I said, yeah, mom, just because you want to, you could have said no. No, I love kids. I love my grandchildren. I said, oh well, then don't complain. Then that's what I used to tell her. Don't complain. But it must be a really cool feeling to have grandchildren. Like you see your kids having kids. Yeah. Good luck with that. If we were to get treated like others treat us, we'd be in a good place. We'd be equally wanting to do things for each other. Yeah, his dad will be there, and then you're gone, and all the noise is gone, and all the racket's gone. Yeah, I still have a slim hope of having my own child one day if I found somebody that wanted to have a child. But it's hard to find somebody that's going to actually be a good mother and not just want child support and see me later and hand their child to me while they go horn. But yeah, that's another story. But I have 6 nephews and I love them all. and I've spent a lot of time with them, so I've had a lot of practice. And sometimes having kids isn't for everybody, but for a man, there's always like it can always happen, no matter what age. But I'm on a serious borderline right now. But I know men older than me who's had kids and they've been perfectly fine, and their kids to grow up to be good. So it's all good. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal to me. And the reason why is because of my nephews have been, in my life. Oh, I knew it was coming. Bless me. Excuse me. But yeah, maybe I'm supposed to sneeze to shut up. But yeah, um, it's always something. Yeah, I agree. Because a lot of people they don't want kids. Thanks, Bob. A lot of people can't handle kids. A lot of people don't even want kids. But bringing a child in this world today is going to be a pain in the ass. I tell you that right now. Having a child in this day and age is good luck. But if you stick to the morals and values and you teach your kids right, they'll be fine. I think kids have too much these days, too much leeway. They're too friendly with their parents. There's not enough, putting your foot down and saying no is no. They do whatever they want. They have too much freedom. Kids are not like they used to be. But it's not all kids. It's just people. It's just bad parenting. Then you have parents who get divorced, and then it screws up everything. It's a pain in the ass. But it's life. And kids are way more expensive now than they were back then. That's for sure. Yeah, I remember you saying, and you've got a good bit of kids yourself. So, and now you're dealing with grandchildren. You've been dealing with kids forever, but you're a good mother, and that's all that matters. You know, being a good mother, you gotta have, or you have a good place in spirit. Even if you don't reach heaven, you still have a good place in spirit. I believe that totally. Being a good mother is more important than being a good father, in my opinion. But both is just as equal. But being a mother is a special thing because you actually give birth to the child, hold the child for months and months and months, and deal with them. You bear the child, so it's definitely more of a thing for a woman, obviously. Yeah, I love kids too. I love kids a lot. I've always been someone who loves children, even if it's somebody else's children. I'll always show the child like love or try and make them laugh. Or I have a few godchildren. I have nephews, and a lot of my friends have kids, and they know me. They call me Uncle Mark, even though I'm not really their uncle, but they still call me Uncle Mark. Yeah, see. Well, I look at my brother. His wife left him with two kids, and they were teenagers at the time. I think 12 and 14, and now they're 18 and 19 and 21, and they've come a long way together. And my brother had to be the mom and the dad, and it was reversed for my sister here. She had to be the mom and the dad. and she's doing a great job, and she has me helping her anyway. So, and I did the same thing for my brother's two boys. I gave them lots of clothes, gave them sneakers, made sure they had clothes and they had everything they needed. Same thing I do for my nephews over here. My oldest two nephews, they don't need no help. They got good jobs and they're good boys. They're good young men, I would say. But I'm proud of all six of them. They've all come a long way. They've all gone to school, college. They two of them have a full time job. I'm proud of those guys, man. They never got caught up in drugs and alcohol and bad, situations, which I'm so happy they haven't. I pray for their asses every day. They probably don't even know, but I do. I pray for them every day because I don't have kids to pray for, so I might as well pray for my nephews because they're just like, as if they were my kids too. They're a part of me, all of them. I've wiped all their asses, fed them all, gave them all gifts, taught them how to play sports. They all go for the same teams as me. They act like me lots of times. Two of them look like me when I was young. So yeah, I love those boys. They're they're everything to me. And I know if I were to ever have a child in any time soon or whatever, in a couple years or whatever, if I ever did, I know that they would be very supportive of it. But they're gonna have kids hopefully soon too. Well, not soon, but I'm sure they'll probably have kids in the future, and I'll be dealing with them. So it's gonna be fun. I hope God keeps me around for at least another 40 years of life, so I can see them all, get married and have kids and all that shit. So it'll be fun to see them all grow and do all those things. Out of the six, only one has a girlfriend. So they all had like girlfriends here and there, but they haven't really, got nothing serious. Only one of them serious, but that's about it. Hey, Mystical, how you doing? Yeah, I try to be a great uncle. I had great uncles in my life, and they taught me how to be a great uncle. So, I give credit to all my uncles. They not all of them, but at least three or four of them were really good. Swimmingly, I went swimming today. I go swimming almost every day, to be honest. I'm the only one that really everybody went in the pool today. My sister, my nephews, me. I was in the pool for about 2 hours today. I looked like a prune when I came out, but I enjoyed it. I did some exercise in there, chilled out in there. I just hate all the damn bugs and everything. They were so annoying. There's a lot of bugs this time of year, so they're all in the pool and it's fucking bees everywhere, dragonflies. I had a huge dragonfly flying all around my head when I was in the pool, and I'm like, really? But they don't bother me. They just hover around and they're big. So it's like, yo, like, stay away. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? Hey, Lucky. Our names have like changed in here for some weird ass reason, but I went in another chat today and it's still everybody's names changed. It's like it's not the same as it used to be. Like all our handles are changed. It says at whatever. So it's kind of weird that they do it like that, but whatever. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, what does a Korean cousin think and feel about me? Is this person a woman? And if they are a woman, I would say that it's a guy. All right, cool. Now I know exactly what's going on. All right, so this guy thinks that you are a person who is patient. They think that they don't think bad of you, but they think that you might hold back certain things or you might say certain things, and they might have to like make their own analogy of it or make their own opinion about it or whatever. But I don't see them like being upset with you or being mad at you or anything like that. They might be shy or they might think that you are shy to talk to them, or the opposite way, somebody's shy. I think it's him. Because I got a guy here reverse that's shy, so it could be him. But if you have said something to him about another woman being dishonest, or you've told him I don't like a woman that he's around or whatever, if you guys have argued about a woman, then he probably still holds that against you, maybe. Or he's just like thinking that maybe you are lying about a certain person. So it's either you think he's lying about someone or you are lying about someone. So it's something to do with like maybe lying or being dishonest or being shy and not wanting to say something about it, or maybe he wants to say something but he doesn't. Hey Tanya, how you doing? Hey Dan, you good, bro? So Marilyn, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's something to do with a situation where maybe you've said something to him about someone and then he figured it out, or maybe you said, hey, this person that you were talking to or this person that you're with is lying to me or something like that. Or maybe he thinks you're lying about somebody. He also might be ignoring like any type of communication with you because of that, or maybe he's like just being shy and doesn't want to really say nothing. But I don't think he's mad at you like that though. I wouldn't say he's mad or anything. Like he doesn't feel like you're a bad person or something. But he thinks that something you might have said might be either a lie or he lied to you about somebody. Ah, okay. So he had an argument with your mother. So that's the lady that he argued with or had a problem with, and that's why he thinks that you don't want to speak to him. So yeah, I don't think he has anything against you. It's just that he had an argument with your mother. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I got a woman here, Queen of Cups, which is a mother, reversed, because he thinks that she lied to him about something, or maybe he made a decision and she said, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" And then he was like, "Oh, well, you said to do this," and she's like, "No, I didn't lie to you. You lied to me." And they went back and forth. But he doesn't think he doesn't like think anything bad of you though. He might just probably he might want to ignore the whole thing and not want to say anything to you about it because it's your mother at the end of the day. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Yeah, so he probably thinks that like I said, it does like he thinks that you're okay. Like he doesn't have, even though he had this argument with your mother, he doesn't think anything bad of you though, and he might ignore the opportunity to talk to you because of it. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, cool, no problem. Oh, hey, Lynn. Your live is not showing up on my laptop, but it's on my phone. Oh, that's weird. Maybe you need to update your laptop. Maybe like the YouTube app or something, or sometimes you might have to upgrade up your browser, whatever browser you're on. You might have to do an update on it in order for it to kick in. Could be that. I mean, I'm sure you're computer savvy. You'd be like, Mark, really? Oh, at least you see me on the yeah. At least you can see me on your phone. I saw your video too, Miss Bikini, Tanya. I saw the car soldier leaving the field. Technology is not your friend today. It's the last day of the retrograde, so it has to bother you to the last minute. Retrograde is like, let me pick on Lynn today. Let me make her laptop fuck around because she wants to go see Marky. Let me aggravate her some. It's the retrograde last day. Let me get her. Let me aggravate her. Let me aggravate her. It's not easy. What can I say? Well, at least you can see me on your phone. That's good. I don't really like to use my phone when I go live anyway, or like watch a live with my phone because the letters are so small. I'll be like looking through I'll be like, oh my God, these letters are so damn small. And I gotta go like press shit. It's so annoying. I like being on here and it's my computer, so I know the feeling. Yeah, that's what I say. My poor eyeballs, they suffer. After all, we're over 40, so that shit's gonna happen. It's not easy. It's not easy being us. All right, Matt, take care, bro. Good night. Thanks for popping in. All right, Marilyn, you said, why isn't CB returning? All right, Lynn, that's cool. And even if you can't do it, I'll hook you up. It's cool. All right. Why isn't CB and Aries returning? Oh boy. Well, it looks like this person CB's got a lot of problems. Looks like they got some issues with people. It looks like somebody is like done something bad to them, and they're like not really doing too well. I think the reason why they're not returning your emails is not because of you, it's because of what they're going through, and they're not even looking at their emails. It's like they don't care, you know. I'm getting that they're going through a difficult time in their life. Let me see if they have some problem with you. Hmm. If you're like an old friend of theirs and you've known them for a while, they don't have any problem with you. They're just going through a bad time right now, and they don't have anything against you. They just like don't really want to return emails or talk to you or anything like that. It looks like it looks like that's the case, but it looks like they might still return your emails within like maybe next week sometime. By this time next week, it looks like you should get like some type of response from this person. But if you've known them for a while, then they still think of you as an old friend, but I would say they're not returning emails because they're going through some hard times right now. Everything I get here is reversed. So that tells me that that person's not doing too good. Yeah. So if you've known them for many, many years, hey Sophie, how you doing? If you've known them for many, many years, then this person will eventually, like, they know you're an old friend and they would like to reunite and talk to you and stuff like that. But they're probably going to talk to you about their life as well. So yeah, I'm getting this is an old friend of yours. So don't take it personally. I just think that this person is like going through some bad times, you know. But I feel like you'll hear from them next week. Yeah, it's possible you'll hear from him next week sometime. He's thinking about emailing you and catching up with all the emails and things like that. Lucky, what you want, woman? I can't promise you something positive this week. Who you think I am? Jesus? Sitting on a cloud? Huh? Waving his wand? Give something positive to Lucky. Huh? I can see what's gonna happen next week, but I can't promise you no positive shit. Who do you think I am? All right, Lynn, thanks for your donation. I'll answer. I'll do your general reading now. No, I didn't, Sophie. I didn't. No, I didn't see it. I didn't even see the Patriots game. I just saw. I was watching it. I was like watching highlights today. I gotta check it out. I'm sure it was funny. Usually, like Monday mornings, I check out all the sports highlights in the morning when I drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. So I'll probably see all of that stuff tomorrow morning. You're welcome, Marilyn. No problem. All right, Lynn. Let me get to your general reading. Let me see what I get for you. Hmm. Okay. All right, Lynn. So in general, what I'm getting is you might have some anxiety and impatience. You might feel very uneasy, especially with like work, money, and just trying to get things stable enough where you can save money and work and be happy. But you're kind of feeling, you might be feeling tired, and you might just feel like impatient at things. You want things to keep going, you want action to happen, you want to do things, but you don't want to lose any money at the same time, or feel like money has to be everything on the table right now, or getting money. I know you said you're busy working, so that's good. um, what I also get is you might have some new plans, wishes. you know just use your perseverance, attempt to make things right, keep hoping for good things, stay confident even though things might feel uncertain right now. Or you might have like, you might put in an effort into things, and then it's still uncertain to you, like should I put all this effort in and I didn't get anything out of it? Or you're waiting for things to come out of the efforts that you put in. Or maybe you've been working really hard and saying, shit, hopefully something good happens, and then it makes you, when nothing happens that you really want, you kind of feel uncertain about it. So this could be like, some thoughts you might have in the next, like, 30 days or so, or for the rest of this month. You might feel like that. I think it's more related to like work. And sometimes you just want to like get away and just say, you know what, I just need a break from this damn place. Thank God I'm home, shit like that. Now, the other thing I see here is there could be a man who is very tricky and deceptive. And this person like is trying to swindle their way into your life, or they're a fraud, and they're tricky, and they can be cunning and deceiving, and they're very slick. And this person is someone who is like capable of telling you things, and then you'd be like, I wonder if like they're for real, or like, or maybe this person and they've come back again trying to like butter you up and make you feel like they're changed or something like that. After all, it's the retrograde, because somebody that you might know might come back and act like they're better, but they're not, because you can see right through them. So don't be fooled by this person. They could be younger than you, or they could be like just somebody who acts mature. I mean, immature. Sorry, but don't be tricked by them again. Or at least try not to be tricked by them, because they might try to come back into your life or say certain things to you to make you feel like that you can trust them, but you can't. Now, another thing I see here is if you have a male boss, your boss might be happy with you, and your boss can say, their boss might compliment your work, or might say, hey, I like the way you work, and you're doing a good job, keep it up, yada yada yada. So um, if your boss is a man, this can happen. This is who it is. But if this isn't your boss, this could be like a loyal friend, just a guy that that's reliable, somebody that is oh, your boss is your dad. Okay, well there you go. That makes perfect sense then. So if you have a good relationship with your dad and he's your boss, and maybe, how dads are, they give tough love sometimes. But if your dad hasn't told you lately that he appreciates you, and he appreciates what you do for the company or for the job or whatever for him, he really does, and he wants the best for you. He wants you to also, you know uh make smart choices, uh, use your experience at work to be a leader, to do good things. So if you're in charge of anything that he put you in charge of, he's doing it because he knows you're capable of it. So your dad could be very significant in the next couple weeks. Um, he can be, he's very smart. I get, because I got the King of Pentacles, and it's a person who is a leader, business owner, somebody who is very wise, and he might give you some pointers on making investments, or you know he's just a reliable person that will, maybe, if he might not show it sometimes, but he does really care about you, and he cares about, like, what you do. But if he shows you that already, then that's pretty much what it is. Okay, cool. So yeah, the only negative thing I see is this guy here that can try and trick you or deceive you. This could be work related. This could be an ex. This could be like someone who's like trying to get with you, and they're just, you know, that they're full of shit. You know, they're tricky, or they're just, you know that they would deceive you in a heartbeat. Or this could be like a client or somebody. It's just somebody that's an ass that's trying to trick you. So don't allow this person to do that. If you think this person's shady and you have a feeling about him, then your intuition is right. Ah, okay. Yeah, so he's happy to do that with you. So that's where the new plans came in, because I got new plans, new things, you know. You were obviously working with your dad. I didn't know that, but like he came up in the reading, so he's happy to do it with you. So yeah, yeah. Well, that's good to be that way, you know. So that way these idiots don't, you know, take you for a fool, you know. But just keep being you, you know. I feel like there's jealousy around you and envy around you as well. Like there might be somebody that envies you and is jealous of you. And it's only because you're very sympathetic and understanding. And I know you're friendly because you're always friendly to me. So this explains you, Queen of Wands. So it's somebody who has sincere interest and expresses themselves, like you said, you know. But I still get this seven of pentacles reversed here. It's saying that, you know, there could be some anxiety and impatience about money and about investments and things like that, wondering if shit's gonna go right, you know. So maybe this is the new business venture, you're kind of worried about it going right. But if you use your charm and your looks, you'd be good. But you can still be a rigid biatch, you know, so that way you can handle these fools, you know. That's all. Yeah, nothing bad. Yeah, I kind of see it. I kind of see it go, but you know, I just like what I always suggest is like you're telling me, right, that you're gonna have this new venture with your dad and things like that, and you want it to be, you know, good. What I would do if I was you, is like from looking at the cards, is not to say anything to like your friends, or not to say too much to anybody on the outside and let them know like your, you know, your life. You know what I mean? Because they might be jealous of you already. So that'll add to the jealousy. So which will make it annoying, and then it'll make you feel uneasy and might give you some anxiety, saying I should have kept my mouth shut. Now this hold on, no, you'd be jealous of me. You know, so it could be that, and it could be like other family members or people in your family that can be a bit envious and jealous of what's going on. Sophie says, I would not be able to have my dad as my boss. Me neither. Thank God he never was. But I do work for him now and have been for years. Ever since my dad retired and he can't do anything, it's Mark do this, Mark do that. Yeah, even if you're minding your own business, I mean, that's cool, but like try not to say anything to anybody about your success or your plans. Like, you know, I got the seven of swords there as well. And my card in the seven of swords shows a person hiding behind a tree to not get, you know, hit by swords, you know. Whereas most seven of swords just shows the person carrying the swords and stealing them. Where my one just shows a person behind a tree trying to dodge the swords. So in your case, if you're like doing new things, you don't really want people to know, like, you know. Good night, Barb. Take care. Yes, get some beauty rest. Right. So that's probably what the cards mean. So if you've experienced that already, it's gonna probably be like that again. So just just watch out for that. That's all. Just like stay behind that tree and be like, no, no, you ain't gonna get me. I'm gonna be over here just staying in my lane. And like you said, mind your own business. You know. And if they have anything to say, they can just say, hey, look, just go talk to dad. Not my problem. I work for him. You can talk to him. That's what you could do. But either way, your dad's happy because I got him up right there. He's happy with you, your work, which I'm sure you know already. So that's good. See, there you go. So I see good things. Just might have to worry about an asshole coming around, or could be a client, or like somebody that wants to aggravate you. Just tell them I'll kick their ass. Yeah, that's all. That's all you got to do. Just holler at your boy. I'll take care of him. But you said you could be a rigid bee, so I believe you. You look like that type of person. When I see you, I like, yeah, she looks like she can handle her own. You probably give him that look like, you ain't talking to me, bitch. You're welcome, Lynn, anytime. And it was good to see you in your life. And I'm glad you came over. You're always welcome. Yeah. See, you look serious until you smile. When you start smiling, I'm like, yeah, she's a softie deep down inside. But when you're like serious or you're thinking, you're like, I ain't showing my teeth to you. Fuck you. But it's good to be like that, though. It's good to hold your guard up. You don't want people to be running all over you. That's why it's good to be tough. It's good to be tough. Alexander, you said, damn it, I was trying to send a PayPal. It locked your account for some dumb reason. Well, when you get all those OnlyFans payments, they kind of like cut it off. So now I know what you've been doing behind the scenes. You be getting all them OnlyFans payments for them feet pics. See, that's what it is. So they said, no, 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 this woman can't be making $1,000 in a damn day for feet pics. No, no, I'm cutting this woman's damn payment off. I'm just teasing, you know that. Sophie, I got something. Let me check. I heard a beep. Beep. Yes, I got it. Yes. Thank you. Lynn's like, no, Mark. I don't do that shit either. Now I'm just teasing you guys. You know that. If times ever get rough, I'm gonna put my feet on there. I got some nice feet. I'll clean them all up, cut my nails, get a pedicure, take a few pics, put them up, see what I can get. Couple hundred, I'll be good to go. Pay the bills. They'll never know whose feet it is. Feet it is. Hell no. But they won't know though. Feet pics are cool. I wouldn't mind. As long as I don't recognize them. I'm like, these are my damn woman's feet. What the hell? I'm always teasing everybody about that. Sophie, you said I need more information regarding if I will be accepted in nursing. Last reading you said yes, but you had to go. Do you see if RN, if it's RN? Next year. You want to look right into the future, do you? I don't like to look too far into the future. I like to focus on this year. But let's see if we can get an answer. Fuck. Dude, I'm a smart ass. And I start joking around. Spirit throws the cards around. Yeah, I try. Then Spirit will just smack the cards out of my hand. Stop talking about OnlyFans, Mark. Well, it's telling me that it's up to you whether or not this happens because it's for next year, right? So it's telling me if you put in the work and you do what you have to do leading up to next year, then it shows me success and gain and obstacles and all that shit. So it's telling me that if you do what you have to do, then it'll work. If you don't, you're gonna be like, you're gonna have bad news. So this is telling me like in the next 7 months, right? So we got August, September, October, November, December, January, February. But if you don't count this month, then it'll be up to March. So from now until March, it can be possible. But you're gonna have to do it because if you don't, it ain't gonna work. So Spirit's pretty much saying in the next 7 months, if you want this to be done, it can happen. Or next year before July, because July is the 7th month, it can happen too. So I don't know how far, you're looking into next year, but it's either in the next 7 months or by next year, July. Which Spirit ain't gonna look that far anyway. But from what I get, it tells me that this is totally up to you. But they're saying that you're very indecisive about proceeding, and you're very reluctant on doing things. And you also have to take care of your family, like I told you last time. I see the same thing again here. That family could be holding you back from doing the things you really want to do. But they said if you negotiate and you do what you have to do, and you go at you overcome the obstacles and the challenges, that you can get it. It's telling me that you'll be able to get it if you overcome all the obstacles. And you're saying you're going another route. See, so that could be what it is. If you go this other route, it might be more difficult for you to get. You see what I mean? Well, graduating totally depends on you. You have to do the work to graduate, and that's what the cards are saying. If you put in the work, you will graduate and you'll get what you want. Because I got the 7 of Wands, which is success and overcoming the obstacles and challenges and getting what you want and negotiating whatever you need to negotiate to get it. So it's up to you to make the choice, But they're saying yes, it can happen, but you got to do your part. You got to obviously study and put in the work. But if you're like procrastinating and pushing and waiting too long, then it's gonna take forever. But taking the route that you're going now can be negative, yeah. Because you're changing to another route, it might be worse than your previous route. Yeah. The cards are basically saying this is all on you. Like if you keep putting this off and you keep procrastinating or you keep like, holding back or fearing this or like thinking that you're not going to be able to do it or you're stuck or you don't have no way of finding out how you're going to overcome these difficulties, then it's going to keep on dragging on and on and on and on. So like I have a saying that I say on here. If you want something done, you got to get off your ass and make it happen. Because if you keep sitting on your ass, it's going to remain flat and ain't nothing going to happen. So you got to get off your ass and make it happen. And Spirit says if you do that, then that's what's going to happen. You're either going to succeed or you're going to be procrastinating. Yeah. Like this says that you fear everything. You fear going into this because you feel like you're not going to make it or it's not going to happen or you're never going to find the time or you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. So it's pretty much up to you. They're not going to say yes, it's going to happen because you're already in it. And see, if this reading's based off of energy. So if you're not already putting the work in, then they can't say yes or no because you're not even putting in the work. If you haven't applied, if you haven't even made a commitment to it, if you haven't even got a form written out yet, if you haven't even put in your shit yet, then how the hell are they going to know what you're going to do if you keep putting it off? So if there is no energy put into it, then there's no energy to be read. So it's going to tell me it's up to you. You got me? So that's pretty much what it's saying. It's totally up to you to overcome the obstacles and stop procrastinating. So if you have put in some type of forms or work, then it's still saying that maybe those things haven't been put in, or if you have put them in, they're still being looked at. So it's up to you to pick the bones out of that. But I believe in you, and I hope that you do it. And if you put in the work, things will start to roll in your favor. See, you started the paperwork. That's why I got the answer that I did. Because if you already put in the paperwork, then Spirit can see furthermore. But because you haven't done it, then that's why they're telling me what they told me. And I tell everybody this all the time. If you haven't initiated the energy, then the energy can't be read. Unless they know you're going to do it already. For sure. Capiche? But so now what I would suggest you to do, and my advice to you, is to put in that paperwork. Put it in. Start the ball rolling. Make it happen. If you make it happen, then shit's going to happen. It'll start to roll. That's how Spirit wants to work anyway. Spirit wants to say, okay, she finally put in her paperwork. Okay, well, now we're going to make shit happen for her. But if you ain't doing nothing, then how the hell are they going to help you? They can't fill out the paperwork for you. So now you know what you got to do. Come on, Sophie. There you go. See? Now you know what you got to do this week. Like I tell everybody, stop bullshitting and make it happen. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Alexandra, you here? Talk to me. What's going on? Of course they are. They just want you to put in the initiative and the energy so they can work their magic. It's that simple. Spirit's always on your side, but you got to do your part. So if you want them to make these things happen, then you got to do your part, right? I always tell everybody that you got to co-create with them. You do your part, they do their part. And then bang, it all comes together. It's like me. I come on here, I read you, you read. I read you with your spirit and mind, and we make it happen. It's all good. That's what's up. Do, do, do. Pretty much. Same concept, yes. But that's a lot easier to do. That's a lot easier than putting in paperwork and working, you know? A damn bum off the street could do that. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. I have confidence you can do it. I have confidence in everybody that they can make their lives better. Yeah, I try to be funny, you know? I said to myself, if I can't make it as a psychic, I'll make it as a comedian. But I'm doing both pretty good, so I'm okay. I'll be all right. I got to bring the positivity and the laughter. It makes everything much easier. It makes the energy lighter, and I don't have to feel certain people's anxiety and bullshit when they come in here. You know, not everybody's got that type of energy, but there is some people that have, you know, the victim mentality and, you know, poor me. But they shouldn't be like that. They should laugh, have fun, and realize that life isn't as bad as they think it is. They could be blind, deaf, dumb, and they can have nowhere to go, nowhere to live tonight, no food, no water. Maybe she's trying to get our PayPal or whatever fixed. I don't know. Alexandra, you here? Hello. She said something about her PayPal is messed up. It's locked. Tanya. Tanya says, I have that attitude occasionally, but I don't live there. It'll last about 5 minutes. At least you got 5 minutes. And how was the trip? Yeah, see? There you go. That's why life does these things. Sophie's over there screaming, Alexandra, where are you? Well, that's the thing. You know, people take life for granted. It's, it's the way it is. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you had a good time. And, you know, yeah. Well, it probably wanted you to, well, remember, it was the retrograde and it ends today. But remember, like, you know, a trip is to be like, a trip is to be, you know, relaxed and chill. And, but you did go live and you did, your internet was fine. We heard you and saw you. And we got to chat with you for a bit. So at least you had some time with us and you did what you had to do. And you're home safe. I know you worried about driving the RV, and you made it out of the parking lot, so you're home. You know, so I'm glad you're home and safe. Now we ain't gotta worry about you. Now we don't have to call the FBI. So I'm glad you're home. Glad you're okay. When I saw you post that video about the car, I was like, oh, okay. Do I believe in werewolves? I believe everything exists, to be honest. I do, yeah. hmm I do. I believe everything exists. You know why I believe everything exists? Because we will never know, no one will ever know what's in the world. Because one, people lie too much. Two, none of us are going to travel the entire world in our lifetime. It'll never happen, right? None of us know what's going on in Austria right now. None of us know what's going on in Guadalupe. None of us know what's going on in, some ungodly country. You'll never know. That's why I always believe in mermaids and sea creatures, because the ocean is bigger than the land. So whatever in the ocean, I believe every damn minute of it. They say there's mermaids out there and sharks and all sorts of fucking crazy creatures. I believe everything they say. You're damn right. Because the ocean is so big, we'll never know. Because none of us can go in there like that and see everything. It's impossible. That's why we have mysteries in the world. We're never gonna know certain things. That's why you can't go to places, because it's private property. That's why they have signs like that, so you can see what you're not supposed to be seeing. You got me? So I believe in a lot of things. I really do. I don't have to see it to believe it. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't believe in God. Okay, good, Tanya. I believe in everything, giants, all that type of stuff. I believe in a lot of things. I believe that everything that they talk about exists at one point. Even if it doesn't exist now, I believe that at one point it probably did. Because I've only been in this world as long as I've been living. So before me, there was tons of things that happened. Whether or not it's true or not, no one's ever gonna know. Because we don't know. There's no evidence. And if there is evidence, then great. And if there isn't, then you're a doubter, right? You doubt everything. But I don't doubt things. I don't really doubt too much, because I know that the world is a huge place. And I've been to a lot of places, but near and far. And I know that I live on an island that's got 65,000 people in it, and I can drive from one end to the other in an hour. So who am I to judge or to say nothing's real in the world that I don't even know and haven't even been in? You know? Well, you've seen the Bigfoot AI videos? That shit is the most funniest shit I've ever seen. The Bigfoot AI videos on TikTok and on YouTube. If you guys want a good laugh, search for on YouTube and TikTok, search for AI Bigfoot videos. You guys will be laughing all night. That shit is so funny. I've been laughing like crazy. Yeah, he's a big guy. See? Yeah. I have a friend of mine. He looks like a Sasquatch. I used to call him that. His name is Paul. And I said, Paul, you look like a fucking Sasquatch, bro. No offense. He goes, I've been called that a few times. And I'm like, you look like a fucking, you can pass for a Sasquatch, bro. All you have to do is dress up in a suit and go in the woods and shit. You'll scare the piss out of somebody Good thing we ain't got shotguns here, because you die in a heartbeat. They'll look at your ass and be, that's a Sasquatch. This mofo is like over 7 feet, and he walks like a Sasquatch and looks like one. And he's got the long hair too. But he's my boy though. I love him to death. He's a good guy. But yeah, I definitely they did a documentary on mermaids and on Bigfoot, and I watched both of them. And a lot of people said that shit was fake. And I'm like, you honestly think people's gonna go through all this bullshit for something that's fake? No, no, no. Too many people have talked about that shit. I believe they exist, because there's a lot of land that still hasn't been walked on. There's a lot of land on Earth that people wouldn't dare go in. It's impossible. You know, they know, like that's why they make movies of this shit. They can't just create some bullshit. They know these things are real life things at one point, or they are real, but they're just hiding it from us. And I believe that there's a lot of things that we're never gonna know in our lifetime. But I watched the mermaid stuff, and that shit looked pretty real to me. A couple of those scenes look real. And there's one mermaid clip in Brazil where the mermaid was on the rock, and it was during broad daylight, and they were on the rock like a seal, like just chilling, getting some sun. And then these people came towards like the cliff, and as soon as the mermaid saw them, they dove into the water, and you could see that it ain't no seal. It's like a mermaid looking thing. And I was like, look at that shit. And that there's an old black and white video where the fishermen used to have these big ass nets, right? And they used to like put them down, and then they used to bring them up like in a with a crane type of thing, when cranes were a thing back in the ocean, on boats. And when they pulled up the fish, in the middle was a mermaid, and it looked like half fish, half human, right? And the mermaid was trying to get out of the net, and then they dropped the net and was like, "What the fuck is that?" You saw like the clip. It's from way back. And when I saw that, I said, "Yeah, see, that shit's bound to get out. You'll see it." And even people in Bermuda that went into like the Bermuda Triangle on their boats, they said they saw some freaky ass shit out in the water too. Shit that's unexplainable. And I said, you ain't gotta tell me. I know. But I believe in mermaids a lot. I really do. That's one thing I do believe is real, is mermaids. But not like how Splash the movie was, like half woman and half tail, and not that. That's not a mermaid. A mermaid looks like alienish, but it does look like half human, half fish, but not like the movie Splash. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's not a mermaid. That's a sexy ass mermaid, but that's not what it is. Yeah, Tom Hanks and the blonde chick, that was the mermaid. I remember that movie when I was like 6 years old or something. Yeah, Kill Bill. I saw that movie too. Dumbass shit. The guys that are in the ocean have told me stories. He said that they have seen many things in the ocean, even mermaids. Yeah, because mermaids, there was a recent video just now after that tsunami. It showed like all the mermaids like on the water, like popping up their heads and stuff, and like they were like bouncing around, and they were like riding the waves and shit. And it didn't look like the AI shit to me. It looked like some real shit, because you could tell AI stuff, like, and that's why they're really doing AIs, to cover up the truth, and do things in an AI form to show you that, hey, look, yeah, it is. It can fuck you up. It can get you in trouble. If an older person, right, that doesn't know what AI is, and you make like a video of like you with another woman or you with another man or whatever, and you show that person, that'll break a marriage. That'll fuck you up. Doing all that crazy ass shit. Oh, I know, but you can tell AI stuff. It's robotic. You can tell whether it's real or fake. Like I can tell if it's real or fake. You can just tell. Like a human is a human, and then you can see like the AI robotic type of shit. Yeah, some people will fall for it, but when I realized what AI was and how it works, I'm like, look at this shit. If a dumbass person is looking at this, they're gonna think it's real. And even in the comments, some people are like, "Oh my god, you know, is this real?" I'm like, really? You think this is real? Are you that dumb you can't see the difference? When people do that shit, it makes me laugh. I'm like, you can't tell what's AI and what's not? Come on, man. Yeah, well, that's the thing. People would like think that is real. Somebody did like somebody did like an AI Photoshop thing, and even Photoshop is crazy, right? Some people can do a really good job on that where it looks real, real. And even like the fake girlfriend filter that's going around. So I'm sitting right here, and if I press this button on my phone on this app, right, a girl will come around like this, and she'll give me a kiss, and I can hug her and stuff, and it looks like a real girl, a real woman that's giving you a kiss. But if you fuck up the angle, you can tell like she goes through your mouth, like you can see it's like a AI bullshit, right? But if you do it properly, it looks so real. There's one guy, right, where he goes, "I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right." And when he went like this with his lips, and she kissed him perfectly, right? And I was like, "Look at that shit. It looks real." I said, "I want to do this shit." And everybody was like, "Yeah, that's a fake girlfriend filter, Mark. That shit ain't working. We know that shit's fake." But if somebody saw it that like it wasn't really like didn't really think that it was like fake and thought it was real, they'd be calling me, "Hey, who's that girl you were with online?" Dang, I was like, "Yeah, that's fake shit, man. Fake girlfriend filter, bro." I was like, even if I had a girlfriend, I don't want her to be online like that with me doing those type of things. That's our private time. I ain't sharing you, my girl. I don't want you to be jealous. Yeah, fake boyfriend filters, all that shit. One thing, AI is funny as shit. All these filters now, they make me laugh. It's funny as hell. When I saw that fake girlfriend thing, I had so many things running through my mind. I'm like, hmm. I wonder if I should do this. I wonder if I should put this shit on my phone and then do it and then put it out there so like everybody can have a good laugh. And I was like, nah, I don't want no attention to myself. But some people probably believe that shit, but like, oh dang, Mark's got a hottie. She came around, gave him a kiss and everything. She had a big booty, big boobs. They were like, yeah, when's the wedding, bro? I want some cake. I'm like, hey, slow down, bro, slow down. Actually, I'll get a filter where the woman has the ring. And I'll be like, hey guys, just got engaged. Here's my soon to be wife. And I'll put like a big ass rock on her finger. I'll be AIing the shit out of that. I'll make sure she got some big boobies and butt. Big booty, looking extra hoish. She be looking like an OnlyFans model. They be like, Mark upgraded big time. What the fuck is he doing? That's an OnlyFans hoe. People be calling my mom and my dad. Hey, I saw your son online on Facebook. You better tell him watch out for that girl. She looks like a hoe. Oh, he told me he did that to make everybody laugh. It's fake. No, 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 that shit ain't fake. I saw their lips kiss each other. That shit ain't fake. I can see it now. I got pure phone calls. Yo, bro, that shit was real or what? Dang, where you find her too? Find on OnlyFans, bro. I bought her in for the weekend. I have another filter out by me and her in the pool and shit. I better stay far away from AI. I can do a lot of crazy things. People be laughing like crazy. I'll be going viral every night. Be like, look at this idiot. He's got this bitch coming out of the pool. Oh boy. That's why I'm glad I'm not like I'm glad I'm not into those type of things. Oh yeah, having her hold my dog and be like, oh shit, look, she's holding Diamond. That's his dog. I end up showing Diamond that. I'll be like, look, that's who's that woman of you? She be looking at her. Ooh. Honestly, I would do if I knew how to do those type of things. I'd be a dangerous person. I'd be doing all that shit. I'd be putting all that fake ass shit up all the time. I'll be making people wonder. But my luck would be like me doing that shit and then finding an actual real girlfriend. And then if she saw that shit, like she'd be like, "Oh fuck, this crazy ass! Look what he was doing before I met him." She'd be like, "Is this real?" Like, no, babe, no, it's AI shit. Look, I even did. Let me show you. It better be. Don't you dare put me out there like that. I'm like, no, baby, I love you. No, I wouldn't do that to you. It'll be funny though. I would get a good kick out of it. I thought about it a few times. Every time I see that fake girlfriend filter, but it's the same one all the time. Like it's not a different chick. It's the same chick in different clothes with all the same with a different guy. So I never saw like other filters. I always saw like the same chick. So I couldn't do that type of shit. Nah, I'm not a player. Never been. I wouldn't do that. I'll do it as a joke, but that's about it. But I'm not that person in real life. Nah, I don't fuck with people's emotions. I don't do that. It's bad enough I got to deal with people's emotions on here when I read them. Nah, player life is karma. I don't want karma for doing bad shit to women. Hell no. Been there, done that. Getting revenge on a woman that does something to you just makes you look stupid. So I learned that lesson at an early age in life. It's best to leave it alone. I don't want no karma, no thanks. That's one thing I don't like is karma. I don't want none. So if I don't do anything bad, I'm not gonna get anything. That's why I didn't do the fake girlfriend filter. They said I don't want no karma. I don't know. Everybody's quiet tonight. Oh, that's my work hat. That's my work hat and my work cloth, my work towel. This is what I use for work. When I go out and cut the grass or I go outside, see, look, it's got paint all over it. It's my work hat. See, look, I'll show you. Look. This is what I look like at work. My dad was laughing at me the other day when I was cutting the grass. Look. This is what I do. I put the towel on my hair like this, right? I put it so I can wipe my sweat and have the flies from out of my ears. Then I put on my hat. Look. That's what I look like when I go outside and cut the grass. Yeah? Got my shades on. Because I all the little flies will get in your ears, so I do this, and I always wipe my sweat like that. And that's what I do. That's my rig for when I go out. When I go out and I do my job. There you go. That's what I look like when I go work outside. I got a lot of them, you know. Look, see, I got another bucket hat right here. See? See? This one I got like last year. I use it when I do stuff. I only use these hats for work. Sometimes I put them on. Then I got my Red Sox one. This one's got like a bigger brim, you know. This one's got a bigger thing. This one's nice because it holds more like it's very comfortable in here. It's like soft. Yeah, I got those two right there. I use them. I use them for work. Yeah, when I go on a boat, I use those, and when I play golf with my nephews, I'll take those bucket hats. I have a few of them. I have a few upstairs in my closet. I wear them. Yeah, my dad wears those bucket hats all the time. I got them from him. I always wear bucket hats when I work, but I don't wear them on here. But I always wear bucket hats. Yeah, I'm sure I do. Not when I'm all sweating and irritated. But those hats are nice for outside working and stuff because they cover my whole face from getting burnt. Yep. Yeah. But I will never use a hat like this that I have on to go work. Hell no. These hats are too expensive to be good working with these hats. But I do have like a white one and a black one that I use in wintertime so I don't sweat. Because when you sweat with these hats, it leaves like a sweat mark and you have to wash them right away. And if you don't, it'll stain on there. So I have one all white and all black fitted cap that I use like wintertime when I have a hoodie on. Because I don't use the bucket hats in winter because I'm not covering no sun. So I'll use like a regular hat. But I have at least 10 bucket hats. I got some really nice ones. I actually got a waterproof one too. For like if I want to work in the rain and cover my head. It's like a green waterproof one. Somebody got me that hat. I can't remember. But it's nice. It's like a waterproof jacket hat. But I love bucket hats. My dad, that's all he wears is bucket hats. When he's outside, he'll wear a bucket hat all the time. I gave him a few bucket hats too. I should give him one of those. He'll probably like it. I'm gonna ask him if he wants it. I got too many of them. But the gray one that I have right there, that's one of my favorite ones because it's nice. It fits nice and snug with the towel, so that way it doesn't like it keeps the towel down like this so the bugs won't get in my ears. Those little black flies, they go all in your ears. That shit's so fucking annoying. So that's why I wear the hat with the towel like that. And my mom and dad laugh at me and tell me I look like a Taliban or I look like some crazy person. I said, look, I gotta do it because I don't want them damn flies in my ears. Hell no. That shit's annoying. Even when I'm in the pool, I have to go underwater and wet my face and my ears and my hair so that way the bugs won't come around me. Because if you don't, they're gonna come around your ears. But if they're wet, full of soap water, they ain't gonna come around. So it's like, phew, good. I found a way to get rid of them. So that's a pain in the ass, but it's all good. Sylvie says you don't look like a dork. You dork. All right, guys, it's quiet now. I'm gonna get out of here. It's already almost midnight here. I need to go get in my bed. I've been on here already today. I can't remember if I've been on here once or twice. I don't even know. I don't even know if this is my third live or second live. I can't even remember. Shit. I think it's my second live. I think I've only been on here once today. This is my second time. I don't know. Sometimes I can't remember what day we're on. Anyway, the retrograde is over today, thank God. Today was actually a decent day where nothing bad happened. So nothing like, aggravating happened today. Even Diamond was good today. She didn't pee on the tile or anywhere. So hopefully the retrograde's over and stays that way and goes away and leaves me alone. The only thing I'm worried about now is there's a tropical storm forming off the coast of Africa, and they're saying it's coming towards the United States and Bermuda. They don't know exactly where it's coming. It could hit Bermuda or it can hit Florida. So I'm hoping to God it doesn't hit any of us and goes away and swims out in the ocean. But we're not going to know until the end of next week. So this time next week, I'm going to know whether or not we're going to have a hurricane close by, or hopefully it dies and goes out to sea and leaves us alone. Because I'm really praying for no fucking hurricanes this year. I can't bear with one. I really can't. I'm so tired. I don't feel like doing all that hurricane bullshit or going through it either. But I know whatever happens, God's got my back. So either way, I know it'll be okay. But I'm praying to God every day and to Spirit that we don't witness any hurricanes this year in Bermuda, and I hope that anybody who does get one, they're okay. So yeah, that's what I'm praying for all week. But so far the storm hasn't really, it's an invest and it hasn't even formed into a tropical depression yet. So that's a good sign that it hasn't even gotten stronger. So that's good. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully the whole weather thing is all wrong and nothing happens. But anyway, that's wishful thinking, and I'll stay that way. All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. I should be here at some point in time. I might be here during the day or I might be here at night. All depends, but hopefully I'll be here at some point. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.